Hello again. Okay, before I get started with this vlog, there's a few things I'm going to let you know. One, I am still working on my reviews of the rest of the Pokemon XY series, as well as the other Pirates of the Caribbean get ready for the Midnight Tales. Two, I am planning to see Lycanroc this weekend, hopefully, since I've been waiting to see it since Prometheus came out 5 years ago. Oh, and three, all this has been set back because there was a power outage on Saturday, and also took a while to get the power back up, and even longer to get the internet back up. But it came back on early this morning, and here I am with this vlog on installment of my PokéMondays series. So if you're such a banner, first off and foremost, I have my Midnight Lycanroc DLC here. Gonna be inputting some of these codes very soon. I'm starting with Sun since that's fun as well. And on that note, I submit that with the it might take a while to get the Shiny Tapu Koko or Ash Pikachu DLC stateside. That even though they've been in other countries for a while, now guess it's just gonna be back to looking at the GTS for a while, man. Well, and there is a very confusing story about a person heading a GameStop and trying to get these codes and beleaguering the poor cashier, but that's not important right now. I'm also going to give you my brief thoughts in the first 5 Sun and Moon episodes, given how they're now officially airing Disney XD. I would have given my thoughts sooner on them than the subs and the raws. Just ignore that so much going on out there. But I wanted to wait until the dubs officially airing in the US and any leaks we saw from England or Canada. The first 2 episodes were a repeat of the preview we had last December with the Volcania movie. Gonna review that later on down the line when I go and finish the other movies as well, from Genesis 1 onward. And third and fourth one I enjoyed, loading the decks and first catch a little like catch-up style, with had the Rotom decks. I was wondering how the dubs were going to render some of the elements, like the voice of the Rotom decks. I just kind of like what they went with. It reminds me like a mixture of C3 by way of Alpha 5. The original version of the show, not the one from the reboot, And, of course, as just for a starter, her first Pokemon Lola is Rowlet, and in many ways, anime helps change my opinion on certain monsters from the games, and thanks to Ash catching one, I certainly grew up in that burb. If you're part of my terminology there. I started with a Litten and Sun, a Poplio and Moon, and today's episode, on that note, yo ho ho, go Poplio, showcase on him and Lana, a student come trial captain, as well as her sisters, Sarah and Harper, her and apparently they like to ship the two of them, as well as play with extra Pikachu despite the shocking results, so to speak. And I have to say that based on what happened with based on what happened with XYZ's ending, I imagine his relationship is probably going to say it's complicated like it usually is. And now, it's something I've been holding off on doing for a while, but I might as well throw my hat in the ring, so to speak. Just figuratively speaking, of course. There is still plenty of speculation on the next game of the series, even if Sun and Moon have sold 15 million copies. Once again, Game Freak's rationale is basically we want to think about future to get started right away. They are hiring people to work on the Nintendo Switch, given how it's selling quite well. Even specific positions like trying to render models in 3D on there. And this suggests there are going to be future titles on there. I mean, I'm just going to be cool with. I just be satisfied with having Colosseum and Guild Legends on the GameCube Virtual Console. I mean, given how I've been wanting to play those ones for ages. I mean, I'm just saying. So, I think I'm not going to go with the usual speculations. I try not to unless I have more information to go on. But in this case, I'm going to try a different approach. I'm just going to be going with odds. Odds mean not quite the ones you give in Vegas, but something similar to get pardon the mess in this place. And still working on cleaning it up. There. Okay. So I'm not going in a particular order of what they might be, but I am going to I'll just offer my take on it as such. I mean, so a third version of Generation 7, be it Stars or Eclipse or whatever they call it, has been, I mean, given how it sold millions of copies, managed to fend off competition from supposed upstart Yokai Watch, pardon the shade thrown there, as well as the role that Cosmog play in the game. I'm not going to spoil the specifics, go play it yourself and find out what happens, as well as all this merchandise being teased, that it definitely seems like a good possibility, but then again, lately Game Freak has been unscrewing expectations if that turns out as friendly enough for this video, hopefully. Since people expected Pokemon Green Generation 5, we got direct sequels of Black and White 2. People thought they weren't going. A lot of people thought that Omega Win Alpha Sapphire were going to happen, and they did. They were great. People thought that they were going to do expand Pokemon Z. They went and did Sun and Moon. So even if the Z stuff did play a role in it anyway, okay. So even though I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen, I'm not ruling out a shakeup or even pursuing these plans. So I kind of say the odds are going to be 1 in 2 for that one. And so, next up, potential one, a Diamond and Pearl remake. This also seems like a lofty or plausible assumption to make, given how other patches have followed since. I mean, even though Fire and Leaf Green, I never really played them. I really enjoyed Heart Gold Soul Silver, seeing those games on the DP engine. The original Gold and Silver, one of my favorite Game Boy games ever, man, and Game Boy Color. And as I said, Auras ended up being really cool. I mean, even if I find that the originals are making very underrated entries on their own. I mean, granted, I liked them when I was younger, but it was kind of tailing my years of Pokemon fandom, as well as the whole thing with trying to do other stuff at the time. It was after Gold and Silver, before Diamond and Pearl, both considered great interests on their own. And on that note, it is roughly the 10th anniversary of those games coming to the US. And it's the 10th anniversary of Japan Japan, and I honestly would love to see how some of the things will be rendered in the Sun and Moon engine. So I'm not ruling out the possibility. I'm also not any case to confirm it, but that's given how popular Diamond and Pearl was and is. That Platinum is a game that I credit with getting back in the series when I was a teenager. And I've been back ever since, and I can definitely say I would have no objections at all to ones like this, so odds of that one are going to be 1 in 3, I would say. Hey, and so, and, excuse me a moment. Okay, so trying to figure out where I was. Oh yes. Also, potential remake of Red, Blue, and Yellow. This may not be too likely, for a variety of reasons main sense. I mean, even though, again, I never played Fire and Leaf Green, that still happened, so it kind of might be redundant for a lot of people. On top of that, there's also the Red, Blue, and Yellow Virtual Console release, which I'm still playing all of these. I mean, and also talk about other previous ones being on eShop as well, or just another time. And it's been circulating ever since a lot of the older people like us started clamoring for them, and so far there hasn't been a whole lot about that since. Again, the most I could see maybe on the Switch is like Virtual Console eShop releases of the other games, especially that regard. I've Coliseum Games Artists for the GameCube, which are all my list of my top ones I want on that download service. Yes, but for me, it doesn't seem like it'll happen anytime soon. It's not possible. So my odds for that one had to be 151. And I normally wouldn't do something like this, but given how other people are doing it, I say, why not? I mean, since I thankfully managed to correct some things my midterms, as well as got a little bit, my course was a bit lighter this week, hopefully, so I might be able to get more content since. And I'm going to start with finishing some of my other scripts. I mean, it's like the Black Pearl, as well as my next XY review, who as I also started Field Sometimes for 1000th episode. I have several options on the table. I haven't reached anything with the decision just yet, man. And since, again, like I did with the other ones, I may have a couple choices sitting on the table from before that I might do, as well as some other options I might do another time when I haven't. And E3 is going to be next month as well, so I mean, other developers are TBD, but I'm probably going to have some other ones that are based on future content of hardware and software from Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft once respective conferences are streamed. I mean, because this is the first time shows going to be open to the public, like apparently, if I was able to go, you definitely thought I would, but I don't think I could, and I have prior engagements. That's part of the reason why I want to do this more often. But after Black Pearl is done, I'm going to be doing both Dead Man's Chest and Everyone's at the same time. I got On Treasure Tide somewhere around my place. I just had to find it, look at that one. One will get ready for the other one. And as for Alien, I would look at the other ones since they're, as a whole, I really enjoy the series. Some things are better than others. However, things been getting in the way, and finals coming up as well, so there's that to consider. Anyway, that's about all I gotta say for now. I'm going to put some of these on my games. I mean, they gave me a third code for my weight today. I might see what I can do with this one on the GTS, and I shall see you all later. And gotta catch them all.